Because, by the way, Biden, it's gotten to a point where it's almost a little fun now for the people around him because it is like a weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
It is kind of fun because he's like essentially just almost at the death's door. Mm-hmm. And they're all now like, we're all in this together.
Oh, he's like Death Dash.
It's Death Dash.
Yeah.
They're in it together now. So it's kind of like, we can't get out. It's kind of fun, like late nights, just propping him up, like playing with him like a puppet and going like, we're just going to put him out on the debate stage, like giving him good drugs, injecting him. Like the injections that Biden gets before the first debate, it will be nothing you've ever heard. Like teams of people. You ever see the scene in E.T. where they put a tent around and they won't let anyone near it? Before Biden walks on that debate stage, there's going to be an E.T. like tent and just people in hazmat suits are going to go in and just start injecting him with things. And then he's just going to walk out like a regular person. And then you're going to go, oh, there's shit we have no idea about.
Oh, he's going to have a dip in his cheek of children's hair.
Yeah, he's going to just start boxing. Like he's going to come out. They're going to be like, he'll start like throwing hands. He'll be like, there are drugs we've never heard. Like, there's technology we've never heard of. Yeah. There are drugs we've never heard of.
Oh, they're going to be pumping. They're going to be playing T.I. They're going to be doing anything. They're going to be like, have a Ouija board channeling corn pop from the fucking swimming pool.
They're going to be, can you imagine like doing debate prep with him? How nervous they're going to be? They're going to be sitting there and they're going to be like, okay. And then they're going to call like the people in like the deep state and stuff. They're going to go, we gotta really up the dose here. We're not, I mean, like he's not responding to the regular stimuli. We need to really get in here with some like really intense because he just left the room. We just asked him a question. He just walked out of the room. He doesn't know where he is. So like we gotta like play around with a cocktail of things to just get him to a point where he stands at the podium.
Put him on the AIDS meds. They're gonna have him on everything you can be on. Dude, the crazy thing is, imagine the scripts they'll be practicing with him the week before.
Oh my God.
Probably it'll just be monologues from famous movies.
Oh my God. It's going to be things Tony Soprano said. They're like, if you forget, just give this speech that Tony Soprano gave to Anthony about World War II. Just, if that's the closest you can get to this question, read this scene from The Sopranos where Tony talked about the importance of Italian Americans during World War II.
It's going to be, dude, he's going to be reading monologues from the movie Hoosiers whenever Gene Hackman tried to get Jimmy Chitwood to run the picket fence. Right. It's going to be unbelievable.
Unbelievable. By the way, that first debate, I will be watching just like there's nothing more entertaining than that. It's the Super Bowl for someone like me to just watch that go down.
It's old versus orange, baby.
It's old versus orange, and it's just they're both wild. Like Trump's going to be just popping off because now Trump's also 4 years older. He doesn't even care anymore.
And who's more likely to even say the N-word now? It's different reasons.
Both of them.
I know, because one could just bubble out of fucking Biden, or Trump could just fire one off that he earned back in the day.
Both presidential candidates said the N-word in a debate.
Well, if they did it at the same time, I think it's what we all want to hear.
Yeah.
But if they don't.
That's a good point. Like if they just both said it at the exact same time, then it would just be a reset. Then the country, like at that point, if Trump and Biden say the N-word at the same time in that debate, the Israelis and the Palestinians are just going to look at each other and start embracing. Yeah. They'll hug because that's what we need, really.
Oh, it's exactly what we need, man. If Bobby Kennedy Jr. was out there and got to debate either one of them, I think he would crush them.
Bobby Kennedy Jr., I think, would absolutely wreak havoc in a debate. He should be out there.
Why can't he debate? He's an independent candidate, right?
These big parties try to keep everybody out because people try to get in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people try to get in there. Like people will just, like, I think Ben Glebe was trying to, like, run for president. Right? Like, so they just try to keep people out because it could get real wild. Yeah. You know, like, the third-party candidates kind of get wild.
Oh, definitely. That's true.
Like, you'd have a bunch of, you'd have, like, one of the Real Housewives.
You'd have an OnlyFans model.
Jump on there. Some OnlyFans model would get out there.
Teresa Guidici.
Yeah, for the Real Housewives, she'd get out there. You know, it's so like you
Charleston White probably would be out there, hopefully.
You're right. Get this bitch out there.
Jeepers, huh? Wow, it looks like it literally reminds me of like the Muppets went to fucking makeup.
But that's the problem. Like, so that, like, here's the thing. Like, as much as I don't think it's fair that they're keeping Bobby Kennedy out, they do need to keep certain people out.
Right.
Because it would just be a waste of time.
Yeah, Glebe ran in 2020.
How did he do?
I don't know. Yeah, how did he do? Did we do? Was there?
I don't know.
It's such a brave thing to do.
Is it?
That's a good question. What does brave mean?
I don't know. I think it's brave if you get to a certain level.
Right.
But if most people don't know you did it,
right,
it's not that brave.
Well, Trump could go get arrested. I don't think it'll happen. I think a lot of
all
those
the charges are really
bullshit.
trumped up. They're all bullshit. They're all like he inflated the price of a toilet he bought in Morocco. It's the most ridiculous.
But some of
charges.
those, he also does have a.
They're like he said it was marble. It's actually granite. It's like, guys, remember you told us that he was like the Russian president,
Czar. Remember
and
all
they
that?
couldn't prove any of that, and now they're like he said it was quartzite. It's just quartz. That's a man-made stone. You're like, guys. You went left on this.
Yeah.
Just didn't work out.
Well, I wish you would have started that. I would believe that he fucking that he shicks at a couple of construction company
100%
countertops.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, but he could have some complications with that.
But then Biden could pass away.
Biden has passed away. Biden, we know what they're going to try to do to him. They're going
to have him Geppettoed up. They're going to have a fucking...
Pfizer is going to get involved. They're going to get involved. And so you have this interesting scenario where you have one candidate who's maybe in jail and the other candidate is on like an experimental new cocktail of drugs.
We don't know the side effects.
We have no idea what's about to happen.
They could be roller skating,
it's crazy.
racism.
He could levitate.
Chewing on your tongue.
We don't know what's going to happen.
We don't know.
And they're going to, scientists, by the way, make no mistake, scientists at Pfizer right now are sitting down with members of the Biden campaign and going, here's the bad news. We don't know what happens after. We know it gives him energy. We know it makes him clear-headed. We know it gives him the ability to speak.
What can his valves handle?
But
what PSI? What PSI can his aortas handle right now?
We don't know what else happened. So, we don't have an option. We're just shooting him up with this and putting him on stage.
Do they have to debate each other? Does that have to happen?
I imagine that it will. And when it terms of how you got somebody smarter than me would know. Mm-hmm. It's happened every single election.
It'd be weird if it didn't happen.
It'd be very weird.
Wow.
It would be very weird.
But
anyone could throw their hat in at the last minute.
Oh, yeah, like Bloomberg tried to do? Remember that?
Lil Mabu. Anyone could come in and just, it's yours now. Yeah. I mean, somebody could try. Bloomberg got shellacked.
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom might try, even though he's hated. He's like on a vineyard.
He's
on a vineyard somewhere, just wine drunk, telling people he's the president.
Just watching home cameras, making sure there's no squatters heading in.
Michelle Obama could get involved.
I don't think she would win, though.
She, I think, had some heat, but it's kind of like died down.
Well, if Trump went to jail or something happened, they made it so he couldn't run, and if Biden is too old to run, Kennedy, if he could get in, could actually fucking win. That's the weirdest part.
Dude, 1,000%.